touching bases. And we're gonna talk a little bit about weight loss, of course. And particular, not just weight loss. Weight loss, I say, is a side effect. And so that's how your body starts to reward you by losing excess weight, so losing excess body fat, like feeling better, your energy levels improving, your sleep quality improving. All of that is your body rewarding you for you doing the things that it loves. And so you eating the things that it loves. And so that's why I say weight loss, because I know that's a focus for everyone, but really it's the things that you are doing that your body loves that results in the weight loss, in the improved health. So I'm not going to be on here long, because I actually have a call coming up in a few bits of time. That's gonna be my new little saying, a few bits of time. I have a call coming up, so I want to stay looking at the time, because I can talk, y'all. I can talk. But let me just go ahead and get right into it. So hey, y'all. Hey, if this is y'all first time coming to my page, seeing my face, different things of that nature, I go by Insulin Coach Chrissy here on social media. And I speak specifically to those who suffer from PCOS, insulin resistance, pre-diabetes, or type 2 diabetes, and they are trying to lose weight. I focus on natural weight loss, even though I have a lot of ladies in my community who have been Ozempic, who are on some type of weight loss medication. But what I speak on is still something that they actually need to learn and know, just so that it can be, it can go with whatever else they are doing. Or I have, the majority of my audience is doing weight loss 100% naturally, with PCOS, with insulin resistance, with pre-diabetes, or with having diabetes type 2, and they just don't want to be on medications or injections to be able to lose weight. So they are doing it the natural way. And so like I said, if this is your first time coming across my channel, I also suffered from many of those things, and I was able to lose 45 pounds naturally to date. I'm just being very mindful of what I'm saying, so I won't get penalized for it. So back to what I was talking about. So the core was me having to stop the sugar reliancy, or dependency. I had to stop being so dependent on sugar. If you do that and you start to cut off your dependency to sugar, if you just jump right into it and say, hey, I'm gonna do a low glycemic diet, that means a diet that has that you are eating foods with a less sugar content, whether it be natural sugars or added sugars. And so when you go low glycemic, you are eating at like I said, foods that have a low naturally low sugar content of them. And so you'll lose a lot of weight, but jumping into different things very quickly and going extreme is really the same thing as doing a fad diet. So I did all the fad diets. Fad diets examples are keto, OMAD, the juice cleanse, the smoothie cleanse. I was vegan for 4 years, but that wasn't a fad thing. That was just kind of a lifestyle change that I had wanted to have. All of these different things, you guys can think of more if you're watching this live and you tried something else I haven't mentioned. You can post the fad diet that you tried, egg diet, military diet. Like, y'all can post them in the comments. But So jumping into a low glycemic diet, I feel like right away, no kind of progression is the same thing as jumping into any other fad diet. And so I was just so happy about losing the 40 pounds. I had never lost 40 pounds before in my entire life. Like, I've been dealing with yo-yo, like all these fat diets and the yo-yo diets, and my weight fluctuating up and down, and I would lose about 20 to 25 pounds. That was kind of my sweet spot, but I could never get over that amount of that 20 to 25 pounds. And when I say those 20 to 25 pounds was like the hardest things I have ever done every single time, because it was not only a complete diet change. I used to always be like, either I was doing the gym, or I was doing the 10,000 steps a day, or I started lifting. It was something else that was physically exalting. I can't even pronounce that word. I think I am though. Exalting to my body. Or bringing exhaustion to my body. And so, like I said, it was the hardest 20 to 25 pounds ever. And so when I had started to do this, I really wanted to, I knew what the core root was, and I knew it was my sugar dependency, but I didn't want to do it extreme. I didn't want to just jump into just cutting everything out. And then also this time around, what I did differently is I didn't tell anybody that I was on any type of weight loss journey or any type of anything, because I didn't want people to monitor what I ate. If I slipped or had a cheat day or whatever, I didn't want somebody to want my family or friends to be hyper like vigilant or sensitive on what I'm putting into my mouth. And I didn't want people like clocking my weight loss. I just wanted to lose it without the stress of like people saying, hey, you know, I thought you was on a weight loss journey. Like, I just didn't want those questions this time. And so I didn't tell anybody, and I started off in a progressive type of way. And so I actually ended up posting about it on my TikTok, and my TikTok like blew up pretty much overnight. So right now I'm sitting at about 5,000 subscribers, or almost 5,000 subscribers. And I had created this e-guide. And it just didn't look how I wanted to look. It just wasn't, it just didn't have all the stuff that I wanted to have in there. So, like within probably a month of it being up, 3 weeks to a month of it being up, I had got about almost 600 people to download the free e-guide. I ended up taking it down because I wanted to revamp it. And so now it's revamped, and I'm actually this time doing the challenge with everyone. And so we are on week 1 today, and hey Dominique, we're on week 1 today, because like I said, I'm not gaining any weight, but I'm not losing the weight how I'm supposed to lose, and that's because I'm getting a little bit lax. Yes, let's go. I'm so excited. I'm like, because I can jump right in and go to like even week 4. And I said, no, I'm going to start at week 1. So I know that this week I'm probably going to be eating things that I haven't ate in a long time, you know, in this 5-month span that I've been really losing this weight. But I want to be able to feel, you on week 4 tomorrow, week 4. Oh, you gonna love week 4. You're gonna love week 4. You're gonna love week 4 because week 4 is like the aha, like really? So make sure, because you got your new e-guide. Make sure that you look at week 4 in the new e-guide, because I break it down a lot better. It's a like knowing how to do a food sensitivity test in there. It's just really more like it explains more in depth, and it gives you like different like what to look for when you are sensitive, you know, when your body is reacting or going to cause bloating or causing some type of inflammation. Like, so it has those different things on what to look for. So definitely look at week 4 in the new e-guide. Yes, new EGOT, I've been studying it like I'm taking a test. I love it. So what you think about the new EGOT? So listen, y'all, they got me. I'm eating a fruit cup. I haven't ate a fruit cup in I don't know how long. But week 4, I can have fruit. You said fire. Week 4, I can have fruit. This is a no sugar added cup because week 4 is no sugar added. So much detail. Okay, that's what I was going for. I wanted it to be very, very like detailed. Because I feel like the first one, I gave the guidelines, I gave the food list. But it was a lot of like questions, you know, so you know, asking questions and other women asking me questions about it. Like that helped me, even having the free calls and all of that helped me to come up with like the EGOT, the new EGOT, like even the reflection questions at the end of the week. I love that part too. So yeah, so thank you, because y'all helped me. Like I really try to cater stuff to really what's going to make impact. So these fruit cups, y'all, I'm on week 1. Sorry, Dominique, I know you can't have this. But this fruit cup is no sugar added. I think it uses stevia extract. It's in the fruit juice. It's not in syrup. Yeah, sorry, I'm teasing you right now. I haven't had a fruit cup in I don't know how long. Well, you can have yours this week because you'll still have your Feed the Beast day. So you can have it this week. So with week 1, I broke everything down with how I did, and then progressively, so you guys are watching a replay of this on YouTube, I broke everything down in sections, and so everything is progressive. I didn't want people to feel guilty on having those cheat days, but I don't call them cheat days. I call them Feed the Beast days. I feel like that they are needed. They are needed. Dominique said, it has changed my life, my energy. I thank you so much. Oh, I want the screenshot. I love it. I love it. I love it. So you got to tell me like kind of what's the difference? Because like I said, the Feed the Beast, I know that that's just a completely different concept. And I feel like it's focusing more on the human behavior than the actual diet plan, but it's a lifestyle change. It's really not a diet, and it's more progressive. So, you know, it's a challenge. So each week it does get a little bit more intense. Like, oh man, I can't have it this week. But like I said, every single week there's one day that's a Feed the Beast day. And another reason why I did that is because, so the new challenge that I'm speaking with, the link is in my bio. If you are already on my email list, then you got a coupon code, so you can get the full access version for free, actually. And look in your promotions folder or in your spam folder, because some reason it did something silly and is not putting it in your actual inbox. So use the discount code for that and you can get the full access. But for people who just want to get the basic version, right now for Black Friday, even the basic version is free, and you still get the outline, like the goals of each week. You still get your reflection pages, and then like week 1 you get everything. You get a sample of a meal plan, kind of what that looks like. You still get your food list and all of that, even for week 1. So you can look at the different packages. Everything is still very affordable. Like the full access still is very affordable. Like it's a 33-page e-guide, and it got a lot in there. So definitely y'all can go check it out. But yeah, I just wanted it to be something that was progressive. I knew that a lot of the thing that a lot of us do when we're starting, I guess, a lifestyle change or a new way of eating is we basically have a Last Supper day. Jesus forgive me, but we have like a Last Supper day where we can binge. Like we like, okay, I can't have this no more. I can't have that no more. I'm about to go, you know, like if you go on keto, basically that whole day, you probably gonna eat 2 loaves of bread. You about to make you some good old cornbread. You about to have a whole pan of cornbread to yourself. You about to go have cake. Like you about to have all that stuff. Dominique said it's so true. You about to have all of that stuff. Like if you do OMAD, you gonna say, okay, I can only have 1 meal a day, so I'm about to like eat all day long. If you're doing a thing where, okay, I'm about to count calories, I don't want to do over 1,300 calories a day, or 1,200 calories, or 1,500 calories. That's usually the range that people stick into. Then the day before that you about to start counting calories and all of this, you consume probably 4,000 calories. And so the Feed the Beast Day allows you not to be able to do that, because it's like, I'm gonna be able to have it, like even if it's something from week 1, because actually as you start to progress through it, you say, yep, as you start to progress through it, your Feed the Beast Day might not be something like extremely unhealthy, because you know it's coming back around. It could be just something like, you know, I had this bomb, you know, smoothie that had all these fruits in it that I had in week 1 that I know I can't have in, you know, week 3. So I'm about to have that for my Feed the Beast Day. Or I want this coffee, or I want to try this frappe with all the good stuff in it. It could be just something like that, where it's not that you now overindulging because it's coming back around every single week, you know. And like I always say, make sure you have it. So sometimes it'll be like, I need to have my Feed the Beast Day. You really like, sometimes you might be like, I'm just on the, you know, on a good motion. I don't even want to stop and have the Feed the Beast Day. Like now you almost can start complaining about being able to eat all the good food. Ain't that crazy? But that's really was the goal too behind that day, is because we don't have to have that Last Supper day. You said yes, like we don't have to have that Last Supper day. It's coming right back around. You could actually, like me, I have something in my notes, and I have it titled Feed the Beast. And like anything that I'm scrolling through, because you know when you're trying to do good, that's when social media want to have everything just scrolling through your feed. So I'm like, oh, that'd be good. Or oh, they just got this new thing, limited edition. Okay, let me put that in my little notes. I might try that, you know. So I write it down in my notes. Like social media is trying to sabotage. Like social media be hating. They just be hating. They don't want the girls to be snatched for this summer coming up. They know that we all gonna be walking around 2025 snatch summer. So they hating. It's gonna be snatch season, and they trying to block our blessing. So like that's one of the things. And then I also learned, just by all of these years of doing all of this fad dieting, is really, it tells your body that you can relax and you can still lose weight. Because if you watch a lot of like YouTube videos, transformation, or how I lost weight, or just the weight loss journey of people, and they're going, you know, month 1, month 2, and they actually taking you along, then you start to notice like that everybody hits this plateau of not being able to lose weight. They're not, you know, falling off kind of the wagon, so to speak. They're not doing anything than what they were always doing, but their body stops losing weight. And so the Feed the Beast Day actually keeps your body in a state of confusion, so it can continuously lose weight. It won't get used to, you know, calorie counting and all of that stuff, which there's no calorie counting. It's really scale required in any kind of way. No metrics, no anything. Like everything is how you feel. Everything is, you know, take pictures and all of that is like how you look, how you feel, which how you feel is even more important. What did you learn about yourself? Like everything is more so getting to that part. When you were, you know, getting ready to have, you know, like fall off of it, like what was going on, like those kind of things, because it's not really what we eat that's the big portion of like our weight loss and staying consistent. It's the why we eat. And so I had talked about a lot about this on my live yesterday about why we eat and just the mental side of that. And like I said, TikTok didn't like that conversation, and so they violated me. And so I can't. So that's another thing, Dominique. So, and I know you email me anyway, most of the time. So if you need to reach me, just email me, because TikTok put me in a consequence for speaking on like sugar ADD, but I'm just gonna say sugar dependency, and like the mental part about it and triggers and like all of that was what I was speaking on last night, and they put me in violation for that, so I can't receive any of you ladies DMs for a month. So yeah, just email me. Just email me. They haters, like they don't want the truth to get out. But y'all got the guide. So y'all got the e-guide. And just email me. And you know I'm responsive. I just been focusing on getting this e-guide out. So now that it's out, I'm able to now just be a little bit more faster with responding and all of that. Cause this e-guide took me like almost 3 weeks to do. So I was doing my content, doing this, and like just trying to focus on each page at a time. So yeah, so I'm so glad that it's out. But so for this live, if someone is watching a replay, the thing of this live is progression. Even if you don't want to get my e-guide, that's fine. Even though it's part of it is free right now, that's okay. But whatever you're doing, see what your 1% is. So if you say, well, I don't really want to do a challenge right now, like it's not it's something that I want to change with myself, or I want to improve my health, or it would be nice to improve my health, but it's not really I can't really put it as a priority right now in my life because whatever you have going on, that's fine. But focus on your 1% shift. And so however you are eating right now, see what the 1% shift of that is. So a lot of people ask me like what I eat in a day. I can tell you, but that might not be a 1% thing for you. And so that's you diving deep and like going back to the yo-yo dieting or fat dieting mindset, then doing something that is progressive. So if you're not on a challenge doing that progressive, and then you're just like wanting to start something today, if you are a person who gotta have a whole 2 liter of Pepsi a day, can you start to implement more water in your day? If you only drink 2 glasses of water, can you try to double that and drink 4 glasses of water? Like that's a 1% shift. What I'm noticing is a lot of people who drink a lot of sodas or liquids throughout the day, they whether it be juice, pops, all of that, they really don't drink water at all. And so we need water, especially if you are a person who deal with like PCOS, insulin resistance, and anything else that falls underneath kind of that umbrella. It allows our liver to, be detoxed. It allows our the sugar in our bloodstream to be diluted. You always want to make sure that you have a good electrolyte, a sugar-free electrolyte while you're drinking your water, like just once a day. But it helps us in more ways than just hydration, because right now when you're dealing with that, your body is just not functioning 100%. Like it's not functioning properly. And so that's why you can eat something right now that's considered low glycemic. You could just eat some eggs or, you know, a piece of meat, and you'll already start feeling signs of like drowsiness or fatigued and things like that. And all of that is just signs of being low glycemic. Now, if you're on a challenge like you, Dominique, you're on the challenge and you're on week 4 that talks about intuitive eating, and it addresses the food sensitivity. So if you are a person who ate something that's considered low glycemic and you still have, you know, that feeling of fatigue or things like that, that can be a food that you are sensitive to. Not necessarily meaning that you're allergic to it, that is going to come up like if you get an allergy test, which it just means that it's a food that your stomach doesn't like and that can start causing inflammation in your intestines. So in your stomach. And so that's what gives a lot of us like bloat. Yes. So that's what gives a lot of us like bloating and things like that. It's just a response from us eating something that our body didn't agree with. So like I always tell y'all, like one of mine that's completely strange is cruciferous vegetables. So broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. My body does not like that. Like I tried the cabbage soup fad diet one time. It was like I think a week or 2 weeks long where you ate nothing but the cabbage soup. And what do you think about the parasite cleanse? I feel like that this is actually like the challenge actually does that naturally. So if you're drinking the amount of water, if you're drinking at least a gallon of water a day, if you having your fiber, and then now if you starting to cut back on the different foods that's causing inflammation, whether that be red meat, you know, eggs, different vegetables, like that'll start to naturally do that. Because the thing is, with a lot of the cleanses that go extreme into it, some of those cleanses can kill your good bacteria in your body. So yeah, so I'm always like mindful of that now, just with like all the cleanses and stuff. So this does it naturally, and it does it more safe. And then so then you'll be able to know, and you'll be able to like see like, okay, was this food really bad for me or not? Is this food causing inflammation to my gut or not? You know, and it's just that slower process, but it's better. So yeah, so I hope that I know it was a roundabout, like round the corner and then come back to that question, but that's why I'm like so because of her situation, and then now just with her meeting other women that is dealing with what she has to deal with now for the rest of her life. Like she looked good being 150 pounds, but we could never sit down at the table now to eat dinner. Like we could never go, like if she has to always have a cup of her own soup or like something that she can't eat, and it's just like she can only take a little bit of bites and like that's it. He said, I trust you for sure. You gave me hope when I thought it was impossible. Don't give me on this live crying. Do not give me on here crying. I'm just so thankful for you, you know, God. I'm just so thankful, you know, because I definitely needed you. Like I needed you. I needed you to see if what I was doing was something that people would gravitate to, because I'm gonna start crying. Because we are in a society, you know, that demeans the woman's body type that is not seen as perfect. And then the solution to that is things that are extreme, and then injections or people, you know, cutting on their bodies and all of that. And, you know, I could just foresee just all of these problems is going to be coming down the pipeline with, you know, all of these injections and stuff, because it's messing with the body in an unnatural way. And so actually, the like my EGOT and the things that I teach, it actually makes your body naturally have GLP-1. So GLP-1 is the injection in Ozempic and Mounjaro and all of these different things. They inject that for your, you know, for your stomach to slow down and different things like that. Like, but it's to control your insulin levels. So that's what the GLP-1 injections does. This is actually naturally increasing your natural GLP-1 in your body. And so, you know, when I started this, it was like, would it even be heard? Because most people go towards lose 50 pounds in a month, or most people, you know, teach things that are extreme and to give like very fast, kind of more superficial results. And I said, will people even be able to, will they even take this serious with this being a slower process? And then me saying your first results is going to be, you're going to feel good. Like your first results is going to be your energy. The weight loss is going to come, the fat loss and stuff is going to come, but just your first result is going to be how you feel, like just your energy level. And it's like, when I'm looking at comparing what I'm saying to what other people are saying, I'm like, is this even beneficial to people? I know it's been beneficial to me, and I know how much it impacted my life, but does this seem as a benefit to people? And so, like I said, having your testimony and your story and just reading your message, I read it like 5 times and I was crying and everything, because just during this thing, I've constantly been questioning, you know, myself and saying, well, maybe I won't do the EGOT no more. Maybe I need to just change my, you know, my direction and say more so for weight loss. And, you know, guys, like, no, like, this is what we need to focus on, because you at the hospital with your grandmother, and a lot of her issues is because of her being sugar dependent. You know, a lot of things that are going on with the people who are getting these surgeries and all of that is because of the sugar dependency. You yourself know about just how much sugar had a hold on you. Like, sugar is not, you know, the devil or the enemy. Is just the overconsumption and the, you know, like, yes, God is so good, and just the dependency, like I said, on it. And so to really break that, and I said, you right, you know, and really just trusted him. And then he gave me your story and you emailed me, and I'm like, this it. So this, I don't care who say, listen, I don't care who say I ain't losing enough weight, which I've been having a lot of ladies lose weight too, because that's the result from doing what your body loves. The story of this thing had a hold on me, and I thought that I was going to have to do this to get this result. But actually, the thing I didn't even know that had such a hold on me, and it did, like, I'm getting the results. Follow the rules, and you will feel and see the results. Listen, I'm about to be screenshotting this whole lot. Yes, like, that's it right there. And it's like, I was obedient to what God told me to do. And so I said, when I read your testimony, I said, this is what I need. I need women who can be obedient to the process. They don't have to, like, be obedient to me. I'm not God. But if you can be obedient to the process, like, I can promise you, you're going to see some results. Like, I can promise you that. There is no possible way that you can get this thing out of your system and for you not to see results. Like, there's no possible way. It is just impossible because how the body works. And so, like I said, I have your story. I'm so grateful for you. And I'm like, if one person can, because you showed me that it's possible, so I know it was possible for me. But when you a coach, and you teaching something, you want to see that the people who are doing what you're teaching, it's possible for them too. So the fact that you have seen that it's possible, now it's like, okay, game time. I ain't stopping until every single person knows that this is possible. Like, they can now make a choice to say, I know that's possible, but I just don't want to do it. I'd rather for that than to them to not know that it's possible. So that's like my mission now. So y'all gonna be seeing me when I'm like 67 years, 70 years old, talking about week 1, no sugar added. Listen, y'all about to be seeing me at 75 years old, sitting on here talking about some week 1, no sugar added, y'all. Because I ain't stopping until everybody know it's possible. Any other time I'd be so nervous and covered up. Yes. Say me too. Man, I promise. Yes. So yes, just the confidence, like results. Like, that's what I had told one of my lovelies on the call. I told them that, to be honest, results is what gives you the confidence, and not the results in just this picture of what you see your ideal self being. The results in you saying you were going to do something and you're doing it, and you basically trusting yourself and being obedient to yourself. You know, you being obedient with saying, you know, that your week is on Tuesdays. So you being obedient saying, my week 4 is tomorrow. Like, you going through it. Being obedient to ourselves. Like, being obedient to ourselves, being obedient to God, being obedient to the mission. That in itself, before the results even come, before because I haven't got to the finish line yet, but before the results even come, I can be confident in knowing they gonna get here because I'm doing what it takes. To say, yes, it feels so good. It does. Like, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. So it's just crazy. So, like, all the little people be like, I can tell you lost no weight. You don't even really be caring, because you like, baby, how I woke up feeling today, when I used to couldn't even hardly get to sleep at night or stay asleep because my insomnia was kicking my tail. I had a good night's sleep. I don't care what you said, because I know the results is coming in some kind of form. Bye bye, hater. But yes, thank you so much, Dominique, for getting on here. To everyone, if you are already on my email list, make sure you check your inbox, because you have a special coupon code. If you are not and you want to get the e-guide, make sure you click the link in my bio. Also, I'm still having the free calls. So I have a call coming up here in 30 minutes. So I'm about to get off of here and start just getting together for the call. And the link is in my bio for that too, if you want to schedule to have a call with me. But until next time, I love y'all. Bye.